Hi, and welcome to Simply Made by Erin, my crochet channel. Today we're making this beautiful bobble beanie with super bulky yarn. It has a really cute bobble detail. It comes in an adult size and a child size. Today we're going to work on the adult size. As always, the free pattern will be on my blog, or you can purchase the ad-free PDFs on Etsy and Ravelry. So for this pattern, you will need Wool-Ease Thick and Quick yarn. It's a size 6 super bulky yarn made with wool and acrylic. Today we're doing the color Gray Marble. So the adult size takes about 95 yards of yarn. So most colors of the Wool-Ease come with 106 yards, so you'll be fine. Some of the other colors, I think the variegated colors, only come in 95 or 96 yards, so it might be safer to go ahead and get 2 skeins depending on which color you use. So you'll need the yarn and then 2 crochet hooks. We're going to use an 8mm crochet hook for the band and then a 10mm crochet hook, an end crochet hook for the body of the hat. I switched to the larger hook for the body just so it has a little bit more movement. This thick yarn can make things a little bit stiff, so I loosened it up a bit so it lays a little bit better. And then you just need a pair of scissors, a tapestry needle to weave your ends in, and then a flexible measuring tape to check your gauge. And then a pom-pom is optional. I like to use these faux fur pom-poms. I will put a link below so you can see where I get them, or you can make your own yarn pom-pom. And then these are also optional if you want to add a little customized tag. You can put your logo on one, or you can get a cute little heart. I'll put the suppliers of where I get these. There's tons of different designs you can get and just customize them a little bit. And they screw on with these little Chicago screws, which are purchased on Amazon. So I'll link all of that. You can screw them on by hand, or you can use a little tiny screwdriver. So I'm gonna get all set up and we're gonna get started on that adult size hat. Okay, so we are gonna start making the band first, and we're gonna start with that 8mm crochet hook. So the band is worked in all single crochets and it creates kind of a ribbing. So you start off with a slip knot, insert your hook, and then we're gonna chain 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. If you wanted a wider band, you can always chain more. That'll obviously add to the height of the hat, but you can make it shorter or wider by chaining any number of chains you want. Okay, now we are going to single crochet in the second chain from the hook. So this one is the first chain. This is the second chain. And I just go into that back loop only. So just single crochet right into that the second chain from the hook under that back loop, and then single crochet all the way across. You'll have a total of 7 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, and then you're going to chain 1 and turn. Okay, and then we're just going to single crochet all the way across, working in the back loop only. So let me show you the difference between the front and the back loop only. So in this pattern, you're going to work into that same stitch as the chain 1. The chain 1 does not count as a stitch. So the first stitch you're going to work into is this one. So this is the front loop, this is the back loop. So you're gonna work a single crochet in the back loop only all the way across. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, and then you just repeat row 2 until you get 40 total rows. So let me show you one more time. Chain 1, turn, working in the back loop only, use single crochet all the way across. Okay. So I'm going to repeat that until I have 40 total rows, and the band should stretch to fit about 21 to 23 inches. This is an adult size, one size fits most. Okay, so I have my finished band here. It was 40 rows total. It should stretch to fit about 21 to 23 inches, which is a standard adult size head. And then should measure about 3 1/4 to 3 1/2 inches wide. And you want to make sure that you end on an even number of stitches. If your band is coming out shorter or longer than my gauge, you can try going up or down a hook size to adjust that. If you really need to, you can add or subtract rows, but that will change the stitch count on the body of the hat. And I have the bobbles spaced out a certain way, so it's a little bit more difficult to work with. So if you do have to add or subtract some rows, make sure you end up on an even number. And then I'll talk more about how you'd adjust the rest of the hat if you do have to change the stitch count or the row count. Okay, so now we're gonna join the band. So you want your working yarn over here to your left, the foundation chain and your beginning tail over to the right, just like that. And you just fold the band over. Okay. And then the foundation chain should be facing you, and your working yarn should be in the back. Okay, we're just gonna slip stitch these two pieces together. So find that first stitch of the foundation row, take that working loop, pull it through like that, and chain 1. That counts as the first slip stitch. And then find the next stitch, insert your hook, find the next stitch of that last row, insert your hook under all the loops, and then do a loose slip stitch. And then just do that all the way across. Just line the two pieces up and loosely slip stitch. You want to make sure you do it kind of loose because you don't want the band to cinch up tight. Okay, you'll have 7 total slip stitches. Okay, so once you get to that last stitch and the band is totally joined, you just flip it right side out. And then you have a nice seamless join. Okay, so you're going to chain 1, and we're gonna switch to that bigger hook so that the hat portion has a little bit more movement. You can weave that beginning tail in whenever you want. Okay, now we're going to start working in rounds across the row ends of that brim. So the first round, we wanted half double crochet all the way around for a total of 40 stitches. So if you remember, we had 40 total rows. So we're going to half double crochet in all those row ends. So for half double crochet, you yarn over, insert your hook, find these little holes at the top of the rows, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 3. Okay, and then find that next little hole, another little hole right there. So if you ended up adding or subtracting rows and you don't have a total of 40 rows, you need to just add an extra few stitches here and there and try to space it out evenly or subtract it. It's not that big of a deal, but you want to make sure you end with 40 stitches here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and just repeat that all the way around. I finished the first half and I have 20 stitches. It's a good way to make sure you kind of have the stitches spaced evenly. Fold it in half, and I have 20 here, so that's good. I'll have 20 along the other side too. Okay, so I finished the 40th stitch. We're going to join with a slip stitch to that beginning half double crochet. Okay, so that was round 1. Okay, so round 2 is a half double crochet, but we're working in the 3rd loop. So we're going to chain 1, and then to find the 3rd loop of a half double crochet, you have to turn the piece towards you a little bit. So normally you'd work under these 2 loops, but if you turn it, there's a 3rd loop right here. I'm hoping you can see it with this yarn. Okay, so do you see the traditional V, the 2 top loops that you'd normally work in? You just turn it slightly and you work under that 3rd loop instead. Okay, so let me show you. Okay, so yarn over, turn it and find that 3rd loop. That first one's kind of hard to get into. Yarn over and then pull through all 3. Okay. So again, yarn over, turn that work towards you, find that 3rd loop. Okay, and it creates this little ridge. Do you see that? Okay, and you just repeat that all the way around. Find that 3rd loop. Okay, repeat that for a total of 40 stitches, and then I'll meet you and I'll show you how we join. Okay, so I just finished round 2 with that half double crochet in the 3rd loop, and do you see how it created that really pretty ridge detail? Okay, so there's 2 ways to join. You can just join to that first half double crochet with a slip stitch like normal, but it does create kind of a visible join. So when I'm working in the back loop only or the 3rd loop, I like to do what's called the no cut join method, and it just makes the seam a little bit nicer. So you insert your hook from the front to the back under both loops of that first stitch, put that loop on the hook and then pull it back just like that, and then pull, and then chain 1 and start your next round. You'll see when we're finished how much nicer that looks. Okay, the next round, we're working in that 3rd loop again. So again, you just turn it, find that 3rd loop, but we're doing single crochets. So you insert your hook under that 3rd loop, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. And you just single crochet all the way around in that 3rd loop. Again, there's the regular loop, just turn it slightly and you get that 3rd loop. Just single crochet all the way around for a total of 40 stitches, and I'll meet you and show you how we join again. Okay, so I finished that round of single crochet in that 3rd loop, and let me show you that no cut join method. So insert my hook from the front to the back under both loops of that first single crochet. Take the loop, pull it forward or pull it back, and then chain one. You can see it kind of creates a faux loop. It's not perfect, but it is a little bit better looking than just the slip stitch. But I only do that when I'm working on back loops and third loop. You don't need to do it when you're just working under both loops. Okay, so we're gonna start the bobble round. So for this one, we are going to start single crocheting in the first 7 stitches, and you're working under both loops on this. So just do 7 single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, now we're gonna start our first bobble. This is a 4 double crochet bobble stitch. So you yarn over, insert your hook into the next stitch, yarn over. When you yarn over, you want to elongate your hook, then yarn over, pull through 2 loops, okay? And then you want to repeat that 3 more times. So yarn over, insert your hook into that same stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Okay, so we did that twice, 2 more times. Yarn over, insert your hook into that same stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. You'll have 4 loops on your hook. Then 1 more time, yarn over, insert your hook into that same stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, elongate all the loops so that your hook is horizontal like that. You don't want to pull tight like that or you won't be able to pull the yarn through at the end. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yarn over, pull through those 2 loops. You should have 5 loops on the hook. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Once you have 5, you yarn over and pull through all 5 and it creates a bobble. And then you repeat that all the way around. So single crochet in the next 7 stitches. So bobbles have a tendency to pop out on the opposite side of your work. So with this pattern, since we're working on the right side, you want to pop them out as you go. Pop them towards you. So when you work that single crochet right after the bobble, you can do that kind of tight and pop it out and it will stay in place. Okay, you just repeat that all the way around. So 7 single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, and then let me show you one more bobble. So yarn over, insert your hook into the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. And you do that 3 more times. Okay. Pull through 2, and then 1 more time. Pull through 2, then you should have 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pull through all 5. Okay, and then single crochet in the next 7 stitches. Pop that bobble forward. Okay, just repeat that all the way around and I'll meet you here at the end and show you how to join. Okay, so I finished my last bobble of the round. You'll end with a bobble and then you just join with a regular slip stitch in that beginning single crochet. Okay, push your bobble out, chain 1, and then you just repeat rounds 1 through 3. So round 1 is just a round of half double crochet working under both loops. Round 2 is a round of half double crochet working in that 3rd loop. And then round 3 is a round of single crochet working in that 3rd loop, just like we did these first few rounds. So I'm going to finish those up and I'll meet you here for round 8. Okay, so I just completed round 7. I joined that with the no cut join method. I'm going to chain 1. Here's what the front looks like. It looks really nice. Now we're gonna work on another bobble round, and the bobbles are gonna be in the center of the rows below. Okay, so working under both loops, we're gonna single crochet in the first 4 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4. That puts us in the center between these 2 bobbles. So the next stitch is a bobble. So again, yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 2 loops, and do that 3 more times. You'll have a total of 5 loops on your hook. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you pull through. And then single crochet in the next 7 stitches. Make sure you pop that bobble out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, and then we'll repeat that bobble, single crochet 7 all the way around until you have 4 stitches remaining. When you have 4 stitches remaining, you will bobble in the next stitch and then single crochet in the last 3 stitches. So I'm going to repeat the bobble, single crochet 7 around and meet you here when I have 4 stitches left. Okay, so I have 4 stitches left. Do a bobble. And then single crochet in those last 3 stitches. 1, 2, 3, and then join with a slip stitch in that beginning slip stitch. Okay, so your bobbles should look like that. They should be staggered perfectly. Okay, so we are already going to be starting the decreases for the top of the hat. So we're gonna chain 1, and we are going to be working in both loops. We're gonna half double crochet in the next 2 stitches. 1, 2. Okay, and now we're gonna half double crochet 2 together over the next 2 stitches. So you yarn over, insert your hook into the next stitch, yarn over, pull through a loop, pull up a loop. You'll have 3 loops on your hook like that. Okay, and now you're gonna yarn over and insert your hook into the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, and then you'll have 5 loops on the hook. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yarn over and pull through all 5. Okay, and then we're just gonna repeat that. So 2 half double crochet and then half double crochet 2 together. So I'll show you one more time. So half double crochet 1 and 2, and now half double crochet 2 together. Yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, insert your hook in the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 5 loops. Okay, just repeat that all the way around. You'll have a total of 30 stitches. Okay, so you will end that last round on half double crochet 2 together, then you just join with a slip stitch. And then you're going to chain 1 and repeat round 2 and then round 3. So round 2 is a half double crochet working in the 3rd loop only. Round 3 is a single crochet working in the 3rd loop only. You'll have 30 stitches total in those 2 rounds. So I'm gonna finish them up and meet you back here for our final round. Okay, one final round. I joined that last round with the no cut join method. Chain 1, and then working in both loops, single crochet in next stitch, and then single crochet 2 together in the next stitch, and we repeat that around. So single crochet, and then for single crochet 2 together, you insert your hook into the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, insert your hook into the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, and then yarn over and pull through 3. Then single crochet in the next stitch. I'll show you one more single crochet two together. So insert your hook into the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, insert your hook into the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through two. Repeat that all the way around and you'll have a total of 20 stitches. Okay, so I finished that last round. I joined with a slip stitch and I fastened off, leaving a really long tail so we can cinch the top closed. Okay, so pull that tail all the way through and then turn your hat inside out. And thread your tapestry needle on, and then we're just gonna cinch it closed. I go from the front to the back on the first stitch and then back to front on the next stitch under both loops, and just keep doing that all the way around. And just kind of cinch close as you go. There's a ton of different ways to cinch a hat closed. And depending on what kind of hat I'm doing, I have a few different techniques, but this one works well for this. You can do whatever works best for you. Okay. And then just cinch it closed. And then weave your end in really well around the top so that you get that circle tight and closed. Just keep going. I'll do the rest of that. I'll finish that off camera. Anyway, once it's nice and secure, your hat is done. Just flip it right side out. That's what the top closure looks like. It's nice and neat. And this is what your hat looks like. It's really cute on. This is the front. This is what the back looks like. The seam is not too noticeable. And then if you want, you can add a pom-pom and your hat is finished. If you have any questions or comments, let me know below and check out my blog for the full written pattern. I hope you guys have a nice day. Talk to you soon.